The footage reveals a drone monitoring a concrete pipe where a soldier has taken cover to avoid aerial surveillance. As the drone maneuvers to a different angle, the individual exits the opposite side of the structure and moves onto the embankment. He immediately attempts to engage the incoming threat with small arms fire, but his efforts to intercept the drone are unsuccessful. The first drone initiates its final descent and strikes the ground in close proximity to the soldier. While the target appears to be affected by the blast, he remains mobile and continues to seek cover along the terrain. Shortly after, a second FPV drone enters the area and begins its approach toward the identified position. The soldier attempts to evade the new threat, but the second drone maintains its trajectory and achieves a direct impact. A significant strike occurs, and the target is neutralized as the mission is successfully completed. A lone soldier is observed traversing an expansive open field while maintaining a steady pace across the exposed terrain. An FPV drone soon detects the individual and begins to close the distance from a high altitude. Upon noticing the incoming threat, the soldier turns around and attempts to engage the drone with small arms fire in an effort to intercept it. The drone skillfully maneuvers around the target, circling to find a precise angle while avoiding the defensive fire. After several seconds of orbiting, the operator initiates a final descent, accelerating the drone toward the identified position. The drone makes contact with the ground in the immediate vicinity of the soldier. A significant strike occurs, resulting in a sudden explosion and a cloud of dust. The target is neutralized by the impact, and the mission is confirmed as successful. The footage presents a wide-angle view of an expansive, snow-covered field where a lone soldier is observed moving in a prone position. He navigates the terrain with caution, frequently pausing to scan the sky for potential aerial threats. The soldier's slow movements suggest an attempt to maintain a low profile against the stark white background. As the surveillance continues, the individual shows signs of awareness regarding the drone's presence, intermittently looking directly upward while searching for cover in the exposed area. After a period of maneuvering, the soldier stands up as an FPV drone initiates its final descent. With no immediate cover available, he picks up an object from the ground and attempts to intercept the drone by throwing it. The object misses the target and the drone maintains its trajectory. A strike occurs in the immediate vicinity, resulting in an explosion and a cloud of snow. Despite the proximity of the impact, the soldier remains mobile and returns to a crawling position. He continues his progression across the snow-covered terrain, appearing to be affected by the blast. A lone soldier in an open field spots an approaching FPV drone and immediately attempts to intercept it with small arms fire. The drone maintains a tactical distance while performing a series of orbits around the individual to identify a precise angle for engagement. Despite the soldier's continuous efforts to hit the target, his shots remain unsuccessful as the drone skillfully maneuvers through the air. The drone continues to circle the area, maintaining constant visual contact and forcing the occupant to remain defensive. After establishing a clear line of approach, the operator initiates a high-speed descent toward the target. The drone closes the distance rapidly and achieves a direct impact on the side of the individual. A strike occurs and the target is neutralized as the mission concludes. A lone soldier is observed walking along an open road while maintaining a steady pace across the terrain. He suddenly notices a drone monitoring his movements from above. Man immediately reacts by running toward a nearby cluster of bushes to seek concealment. The individual enters the thick vegetation, attempting to hide from the aerial threat. However, the reconnaissance unit maintains a constant visual lock on his precise location throughout the entire maneuver. After confirming the target's position within the greenery, the operator initiates a final approach. The drone navigates toward the bushes and achieves a direct impact on the identified spot. A strike occurs and the target is neutralized as the mission concludes. A drone navigates across open agricultural terrain while scanning for potential targets along the local road network. It identifies a group of 4 soldiers moving in a single file along the roadside. The operator initiates a descent and begins a primary engagement run toward the group. During the first approach, the drone passes the target without making direct contact. However, the pilot quickly executes a high-speed turnaround to re-engage the identified threats. The drone maintains a steady line of sight and focuses on the soldier positioned at the rear of the formation. As the group continues to move, the drone closes the distance rapidly and achieves a precise impact on the target's back. A strike occurs, and the individual is neutralized while the mission concludes. An FPV drone scans the area and identifies a heavily damaged, destroyed vehicle surrounded by fragments and debris. A lone soldier is observed lying on the ground in the immediate vicinity of the wreckage. The drone halts its forward momentum and performs a controlled turnaround to establish a clear line of sight. After confirming the target's position, the operator initiates a final descent toward the individual. The drone maintains a steady trajectory and achieves a direct impact. An FPV drone patrols along a local road and identifies a soldier moving through the open terrain. Upon noticing the incoming threat, the individual immediately stops running and drops to the ground in a low, stationary position. He tucks his head down, attempting to minimize his profile while remaining completely exposed in the open. The operator initiates a final descent and maintains a steady course toward the target's lower back. The drone closes the distance rapidly and achieves a direct impact on the stationary position. A significant strike occurs, and the target is neutralized as the mission concludes. A drone follows 2 soldiers running along a road. They attempt to hide in a ditch near some bushes to evade the aerial threat. As the FPV drone closes in, one soldier throws his helmet at it in a final defensive move. He misses the target and a direct impact occurs. The target is neutralized. The footage transitioning from infantry engagements to the destruction of heavy machinery illustrates a fundamental shift in 21st century combat. For decades, the main battle tank and armored personnel carriers were the undisputed kings of the battlefield, symbols of raw power and breakthrough capability. Today, that hierarchy has been completely upended. We are witnessing a war of attrition where a $500 drone can systematically dismantle a multi-million-dollar armored column. This transparency of the battlefield means that no vehicle, no matter how advanced its composite armor or active protection system, is truly safe once it is spotted by an eye in the sky. The clips here show various types of equipment being neutralized, from heavy T-series tanks to mobile artillery and logistical trucks. FPV operators have turned precision into a fine art, often targeting the most vulnerable points of these machines. The thin top armor, the engine cooling vents, or the ammunition storage areas. When a drone hits the turret ring or an open hatch, the resulting internal fire often leads to a catastrophic secondary explosion, leaving nothing but a charred hull. This isn't just about the loss of metal, it's about the massive logistical and economic strain placed on the occupying forces as their frontline strength is steadily eroded. Beyond the heavy armor, we also see the destruction of soft-skinned vehicles, supply trucks and vans. While they may not seem as high priority as a tank, destroying logistics is often more effective in the long run. Without fuel, ammunition, and food, even the most formidable defensive line will eventually collapse. The constant surveillance makes every road a gauntlet. Drivers are forced to navigate through debris and previous wrecks, knowing that a reconnaissance drone is likely tracking their every move, waiting for the perfect moment to guide a strike. This technological evolution has forced both sides into a constant race. New jamming stations and electronic warfare suites are deployed daily, only for drone pilots to find new frequencies or develop autonomous terminal guidance systems. It is a silent, invisible struggle of signals and code that manifests in the very visible explosions seen on these screens. As the footage continues, it serves as a stark reminder that in modern war, technical ingenuity and the courage of drone operators are the new deciders of territorial control.